The federal government is warning about fake military draft notices demanding Americans report for duty and deploy to Iran. The messages threaten the recipients with jail time if they don't immediately reach out to recruiters. They began to show up on people's phones just as tensions mounted in the Middle East. Catherine Herridge is in Washington. Catherine, do we know where these texts are coming from?
Well, Anthony, a military spokesperson, confirms to CBS News the Army is investigating the texts that appeared to start on Monday. They don't have a source or a motive, but the scam seems designed to capitalize on the conflict with Iran.
Imagine getting a text that threatens jail time if you fail to report to a recruitment center to be drafted into the U.S. military.
Got me really nervous because I'm still in high school.
18-year-old George Barnes received this text that read, "You've been marked eligible and must report to the nearest branch for immediate departure to Iran." Except military drafts ended after the Vietnam War.
Of a completely volunteer armed force.
And were abolished by Congress in 1973, making the U.S. military volunteer only. The texts have been received in states across the U.S. and don't seem to be targeting a certain age or gender. And come after the deployment of more than 3,000 additional troops to the Middle East, following last week's U.S. strike in Baghdad that killed Iran's most important general.
I was just really in a little bit of disbelief that, people out there would take advantage of the situation that's going on in the world right now.
Commander David Henning is an Army recruiter in Jacksonville, Florida, where at least 50 cases have been confirmed by CBS News. He was listed as a contact on some of those messages.
It would take an act of Congress and with presidential approval in a global international emergency to necessitate a draft. And they should just disregard the text message.
The Army said it's not contacting anyone regarding the draft, and the texts are not official communications.
This is a trap. They're trying to get you to respond, and then at some point, when they've got you in a more compromised position, they'll request money.
Wired editor-in-chief Nicholas Thompson says it's a scam designed to make people panic during a tense time and not to fall for it.
There's no doubt in my mind that it's a bunch of people who have run a bunch of other scams and know how this works and how the psychology works. And they're sitting there saying, hey, what's the issue with the most emotional intensity right now? Oh, it's the killing of Soleimani. Let's get in on that.
There's no evidence yet that anyone's been compromised, hacked, or had anything stolen. The Army told CBS News to always go to an official website for information and not to click on any links and to delete the messages, Gayle.
All right, got it, Catherine. Thank you very much. It's got to be very jarring, though, guys,
to get a
text like that.
The people who do this are just hideous.
Yes,
I mean, it's just really awful.
But Nick is right. They get you riled up, and then they're going to ask for money. Yep. Please don't fall for it.